So we'll be doing some shoulder opening. We'll be doing some ball work. Also tonight, chair. So if you have a chair semi-handy, feel free to make it more handy. Just so you'll be ready. So we'll be doing some sitting down regulation of nervous system poses as well. Because Lord knows these days we all need some down regulation. So to start, good old pillow, diaphragmatic weightlifting for calming, anxiety reduction, grounding, stability, immune system boosting, body awareness, asthma reduction. I think that's a good list to start with. Oh, acid reflux reduction as well. Yeah, I guess at this point in my yoga career, if there is one thing you can do every day, it's this. Between the pelvic crest and the base of the ribs. And as far as sequencing goes, um, this would happen before the balls on most days, unless you've been doing it for years and years and you just need that ball in your solar plexus. But certainly for teaching and for classes, this always happens before we start rolling the balls around those tender spots in the solar plexus and belly. So whatever comfortable lying position means to you, could be cowboy surrender, could be head on the hands, could be arms back. Head can be straight, but that makes things kind of awkward. So I think for most of us, we have our head from one side or the other, to one side or the other. And of course, you all know whichever side you intuitively picked is probably the side that has more um, mobility to it. So go to the other side for the majority of the practice. So if you turn to the right naturally, go to the left, and vice versa. Now, for people who are dealing with pretty heavy asthma, pretty heavy anxiety, or pretty heavy trauma, whether physical in the belly or emotional, they may try to breathe around the pillow. Avoid the pillow as they breathe, because breathing diaphragmatically would be just too much. And sometimes at the beginning of this, we might do that as well. So focusing your awareness, it's not heavy work, it's not heavy breathing, but strong, slow, intentional inhales straight into the pillow. So that's your thoracic diaphragm moving down. And then a trigger release, mouth open, exhale, and then wait at the end of your exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the nose. Power into the pillow. Gently, though, you're not heaving a breath. Just a gentle inhale, but it's strong diaphragmatically. And exhale, trigger release. Let go every muscle in the body. Sink into the floor. Wait. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, power. Exhale, let go. Drift. Challenging your CO2 tolerance for anxiety reduction and immune system build. Because it's through the nitric oxide that gets built up. Well done. Inhale. Power, power, power. And exhale, let go, trigger release. So let's go for another 2 minutes on your own, challenging that CO2 tolerance longer and longer. My record back in the day was 1 minute and 45 seconds, waiting, drifting at the end of the exhalation. It's not a hold, it's a drift. Tummy is completely soft. 2 minutes. Meditation. and continuing without the breathing pattern that we're creating, and let the body breathe you. So no attempts at anything. Be, let, hang out, wait. Let the body breathe how it wants to breathe. You get yourself into the passenger seat and go for the ride. 2 minutes. This is the truly restorative part of the series. Take the pillow out from under the belly, lie back, breathe. The bearable lightness of being. What words or pictures or feelings come along for the ride with this sensation for you? Inhale, gather strength. Exhale, come to all fours. Cat twist, hey. Inhale, nose. Cat twist, hey. So first we integrate body and breath with the pillow under the belly, and then we add voice as the catalyst for more change. Happy puppy he. Inhale up. Inhale up. Down dog ho. Inhale, upward dog ha. Keeping it playful, staying as best you can in that bearable lightness of being, spaciousness, if that's the word for you, that we had when we took the pillow out from under the belly. All fours, cat twist hey. This time with a lot more wiggling and exploration of your own. So maybe cat twist will change. Wiggling the shoulders, wiggling the hips. What can you move that you haven't moved before in these poses? Happy puppy he. Inhale up. And we're letting the body, breath, and voice lead us into the wiggles as opposed to thinking about wiggles, what wiggles we're going to do. There's a sentence. Down dog ho. Up dog ha. And come up. Sitting on the feet. Arms out to the sides. Samson, pressing through the heel of the hand, the fingers coming back towards the ears. Hey, roll the shoulders. Hey. Inhaling. Hey. Hey. And release. Inhale up. Take hold of the right wrist. He to the left. Inhale up. And you slightly shift those hips over. So that you're staying on a solidly balanced base. Rib mobility is the big deal for voice. And therefore, personal power. Is anything morphing? And release. Hey! Hey! Let that voice bounce off the hard palate right between the top front teeth. Hey! Just noticing if the sound surprises you. Clasp hands behind the back. Roll the shoulders to who. And not necessarily our stock shoulder roll. Maybe you have one shoulder go and the other shoulder goes after in a sort of sexy water dance. I know that's what you were thinking of. So back relatively straight, neck lengthened, What's between the shoulder blades that we could free? Does squeezing into the shoulder blades take our voice away? If it does, do it more until it doesn't. Notice how when I do it, as I squeeze into the shoulder blades, it actually frees the voice. I'm not choosing to have that pitch rise. It's happening because of the pressure created inside with voice and diaphragms and breath, etc. Ooh, side to side. There's a good one with the hands. Explore. And hey! Check out the effects of that on your voice. All right. Let's get our chairs. Pillows, bolsters, blankets. So, we may be looking to build the ground up at first. There's a study out there that's showing that the act of looking of the phone, the cell phone posture, and or zoomitis can drop our breathing capacity by 30%. Now that may sound like a lot, but I think that's totally wrong. I think it's a lot bigger than that. I think it's 50 to 60% for some people. So even though we're doing a forward bend here, we're doing it in a way that can and probably will alleviate a lot of these zoomitis and cell phone stuff that's going on right now. So, step one, past the ankle. So leg is up, and the part of the leg just above the ankle is on the knee. Then we start piling stuff up. So for starters, this is absolutely fabulous. Obviously, you are also going to feel this in the hip. It's also about a forward bend that is releasing tension through here and through the back and the neck. And this is wonderful before you go to bed as well for helping sleep patterns. So we're going to go down on an ah. Finding repose in the pose. Letting. So it's not just the forward bend bit that's harmful with the cell phone and zoomitis, it's the fact that we're holding our neck in that position. So you may find while you're here, the first thought is, oh, my neck's released. And then 1 minute later, thunk, it drops about 1.5 inches. So without attempting to lower it, bring some awareness to that neck and gently ask it to release. Shoulders soften, jaw joint softens. And coming up, and you decide, would it be possible to take out one layer? Now, I should also give a choice. Sometimes the knee and or part of the leg above the ankle bone has had enough at this point, in which case switch sides. Or the other choice is stay on this side, take out a layer, and go farther. But let's say for today, let's release that. Keep the bundle of joy, and let's go to the other side. Noticing if there's any difference between the two sides. And coming out. Feet on the floor, hip width apart. Get your pile kind of even. And then forward. And continuing to lengthen those exhales. If we inhale more than exhale, heart rate increases, blood pressure goes up. If we exhale more than we inhale, heartbeats per minute go down, blood pressure goes down. We soften. We down-regulate our nervous system. So sometimes we need one, sometimes we need the other. These days, most of us need to lengthen our exhalations. So exactly what we were doing on the pillow at the beginning. Wait for nothing in particular at the end of your exhalation, because it isn't the end of your exhalation, it just feels like it. And while you're here noticing, are those side ribs moving as you breathe in this position? And coming up, going back to the first leg, taking out a layer. Back in. So at this point, noticing, is this a challenge that your breath is willing to accept? Or do we need to put the pillow back in? Either is okay. But the breath has to accept it, not just the will. And coming up, switch. And of course, if your legs aren't going to do this right now, feet on the floor, legs straight, any forward bend with cushioning that is bringing your torso up so it doesn't have to bend so far is still right on point. And release. And forward. You can also, depending on body type, widen the knees. And another one of the good things about this pose as it develops, as you take items out, your head and neck may be able to hang lower, which we want, we just don't want it too fast, depending on how much tension there is through there. How long can you wait drift at the end of each exhalation? And coming up. Be here now. Be Here Now is one of the top 5 coolest books ever published. Hoping it's called Be Here Now. It was out of print for a long time, but I think it's back in. It's square. It's got brown pages. It's a hippie book, and it's awesome. Be Here Now. If you can't find it, send me an email. One of my favorites. Right. Let's move all of our cushioning. Move our chair. Inhale. Exhale. Come down to the floor. And let's get our yellow 6-inch sun ball and our red 5-inch volcano ball under the chin, 30% down, back and forth. Release, feel, back in, 30%, back and forth. And release. Yellow sun ball between the shoulder blades. Pillow under the head if necessary. Breathe into the ball. Shoulder blades melt. Jaw softens. Let's vocalize a couple of ha's. Can you feel them into the ball? laterally. However, there is a lot more rib mobility available between the shoulder blades than some report. So as we're breathing, does the space between the shoulder blades that the ball is touching move? Is there some undulation there? If your neck felt okay at first but is starting to feel uncomfortable now, you can still add a pillow. Never too late to add another pillow. There's a yoga bumper sticker, or at least a restorative yoga bumper sticker. And let's come off enough to bring the ball out. Lie flat on your back. Breathe into the earth. And stretch the arms above the head. Press through the heels, lengthen the legs. Big playful stretch. Even bigger playful wiggles. Inhale. Exhale, roll up to sitting.